Hi guys, today I would like to show you how to knit 2x2 ribbon dog sweater. Let's get started. First of all, please check my description box for all the details. I put some links so you can go to my website and download the written pattern. As you can see, this is 2x2 ribbon dog sweater without any disturbing stitch. In previous video, I uploaded how to increase without any disturbing stitch while you're knitting 2x2 ribbon. Okay, I am going to use this technique. The pattern itself is pretty much same as my basic dog sweater. Okay, so let's see. This is top down sweater. I knit neck, and after the neck rib, start increasing towards to the leg opening, as you can see, right? That's my leg opening. And before the leg opening, don't forget to make the leash opening as well. Okay, and all the way down 2x2 ribbon. Okay, even on the side. I am going to actually knit up on the side and then add ribbon. Okay, so now let's talk about the swatch and gauge. This time I knit swatch with 2x2 ribbon. Makes sense because I'm gonna use only 2x2, right? And then I actually stretch a little bit out. If you pull really hard, okay, it's gonna be tight sweater, right? But I don't wanna make too loose. So I stretch a little bit out like that. And then count stitches. And now let's do the conversion. Okay, so this is Guage math template. If you haven't downloaded yet, there's the link in my description box, so you can go to my website and download this. Quite useful tool. So let's find out the cast on number. Okay, I am going to input all my swatch information. Okay, so right here, the red section, you have to input your swatch and gauge. So my swatch was 4" by 4" and 20 stitches within 4" and 26 rows within 4". I don't really need the rows count, but I put it anyway. And this side, the top one, it says find out stitch count from the length. All right, my desired neck opening for my dog is about 12". My dog's neck actual size is about 10.5", something like that. And you know, I don't want to choke him, obviously, so make it a little bit bigger. So I put 12". It's yellow section here, so let's go down here. Your target stitch count is 60. Okay, then let's go. I want number which is multiple of 4. I know 60 is multiple of 4, but if you're not sure, you come down here and put 4 here and enter. There you go. And these are the numbers multiple of 4. Okay, and look for the number it's really close, that you know, the target number, which is 60. So 60 is multiple of 4. So here is my cast on number. This is how to use this template. All right? So let's move on to actual knitting. Cast on. I made 60 or multiple of 4. This is 2 by 2 ribbon, so has to be multiple of 4. So you can start with knit 2 and end with purl 2. And after the cast on, you connect both ends. Okay? I am going to knit in round and repeat of knit 2 and purl 2. Just knit 2, purl 2, 2 by 2 ribbon. And you really have to be careful on the first row because from second row, you just knit over knit stitch and purl over purl stitch until your desired length. I knitted it about, I believe, 2.5, something like that. There we go. And this is end of neck rib. Okay, and I put the little, marker. That's the begin marker. Okay, as you can see, this is the old sweater, and after the neck rib, start increasing slowly. Okay, around the dog's mid chest, right there, towards to leg opening. After you create the leg opening, no more increasing. Well, you can increase, but I stop right there. Okay? And first 2 knit 2 stitch would be the mid of dog sweater. So that's why I put the marker there, okay, to make sure. But I didn't want to use the begin marker because it's kind of pain in neck to, increase. Anyway, so can you see on the edge, that's knit 2. And I call it main tree. And then the branches are going to grow from the main tree. That's how you increase. Okay? So again, first knit 2, that's my main tree. And then to the right and left, the branches going to grow. Okay? That's how I increase. So first knit 2 is my main tree, right? So I am going to increase left branch first and knit around, and end of the row I increase right branch. Okay, so let's start. Okay, knit first 2 because I want to increase left branch first. Okay, and I am going to do make 1 left because growing towards the left. So left, shift, make 1 left. So using the running thread, hook onto left needle and make sure running thread shifting left. This is the position for make 1 left, either knit or purl. Okay, and then you have to knit the thread connect to next stitch, not the previous. So the front thread connect to previous stitch. Okay, so when you look behind, the back loop connecting next stitch, right? So you have to knit back loop, but back loop is purl stitch, right? So you put needle straight in like a purl, okay? But still this is make 1 left knit, okay? Like that. this is make one left. And I actually put the K after make one left because I want you to make sure. And after make one left, you just knit over knit and purl over purl stitch. That's it. You just increase one stitch there, okay? And no more increasing until just before the main tree. I told you end of the row, I'm gonna increase one more, right? So here comes just knit over knit, purl over purl. And you should stop with purl 2 this time, and then this time right shift branch. So make one right knit wise, okay? So using the running thread, hook onto left needle and make sure the running thread shifting towards the right position, okay? This is the position for make one right, even knit or purl, okay? And the thread attached to next stitch is out front, so knit front loop, okay? Because this is knitting make one right. That's it. So end of row number 1. And row number 2, just knit over knit, purl over purl. So after knit 2 main tree, I add knit 1, right? So knit 1, then purl 2. Stuff like that. So you gotta remember. Well, you should know which stitch is which. You know what I'm saying? So row number 2, actually all the even row, same. Knit over knit, purl over purl. Okay, this is end of row number 2. And I'll show you how to do on row number 3. Quite easy, okay? I just increase knit 1 each side of the main tree, right? And this has to be 2 by 2. So obviously I have to increase one more knit right after the main tree. So same thing, make one left knitwise. So knit back loop, but you put the needle straight in. This is make one left. And then after that, knit over knit, purl over purl until the other side of the main tree, which is purl 2 and knit 1, right? Because I just increased knit 1 on row number 1. So this is purl 2 and I have to knit. So make sure which is main tree, because right after the main tree and right before the main tree, I have to increase. So I knit 1 and then make one right, because right side of the main tree. So hook onto left needle and then the thread connect to next stitch is out front. So knit front loop. This is make one right, and knit main tree and knit 2. So right now 6 knitting stitch around there, but don't worry, don't panic, okay? Just finish the row number 4. Can't you see? You know, that's a knit 2 and knit 2 right and knit 2 left, so 6 knit. However, I am going to add purl in between those, you know, knit 6 to make it 2 by 2 back again. So don't worry about it. So now you get it, right? Just after and before knit to main tree, you have to increase little by little. And now I am going to add purl 2, both sides, but one stitch at a time. Okay, row number 5, increasing. So knit main tree. So knit 2, and now I have to add purl. So I am going to do make 1 right purl. Okay, left purl. However, the purl increasing is all about knitting. Okay, so you have to look back. Okay, but probably you get confused now. So just do what I say. Okay, so you have to do make 1 right purl. Okay, so right position and purl. So you have to knit front as a purl. Okay, and if you really want to know why, go watch the detail tutorial. Okay, so let's do increasing just before the main tree, and obviously this side has to be right shift, however opposite stitch, obviously. So I have to do make 1 left purl. There you go. Make 1 left purl like that, shifting left and purl. So what do you have to do? The thread connect to next, which is the back, right? And back side is knitting, so you can't put the needle straight in, kind of backwards, like a knitting backwards. Okay, you just like that. Okay, so you kind of have to think, but it's quite easy. There you go. Put the needle backwards out front and then purl. There you go. This is it. Okay, and row number 6, knit over knit, purl over purl. Do you remember after the knit tree, I add 1 purl, and before the knit 2 tree, I add 1 purl. Okay, so obviously row number 7, I have to add another purl again, both sides. Okay, let's do that together again. Okay, so be careful around here. So now purl, right? So this is end of row number 6, and now row number 7. Okay, knit the main tree. Okay, and right here you have to do make 1 right purl again. So hook on to left, make sure right shift, and this is purl, so just straight the front loop. Okay, and then purl. That's it. And knit over knit, purl over purl until the other side. Okay, here comes knit, knit, and 1 more purl. Then increase 1 stitch as a purl. So make 1 left purl. Hook onto left needle. Make sure running thread shifting left. So the back loop attached to next stitch. So like a knit, kind of from backwards, needle come out front and purl. This is make 1 left purl. And row number 8, knit over knit, purl over purl. Okay, this pattern complete on row number 8, and you have to repeat row number 1 to row number 8, and you must stop after row 8. Otherwise, okay, you ruin 2 by 2 ribbon. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop row number 6. Otherwise, you miss the one purl stitch each side. You know what I'm saying, right? So I actually repeat one more time and then stop. But anyway, I talk about it later. And now I knit few more rows. Now I want to do the leash opening, and this is same as leg opening. So please remember how to do it. So it's actually quite easy. 2-row buttonhole technique. So knit over knit, purl over purl until the marker is count from the main tree evenly, and I took 10 or 12 stitch, and you just bind off. There you go, like that. If it's knit, knit and then bind off. If it's purl, purl and bind off. That's it. Okay. And this the opening, even leg, it's up to you. If you want to get the bigger opening, you can bind off bigger. You know, if you want to make it smaller, smaller. I like little bit, bigger than, really small hole, because it's easier for me to hook onto the leash. Anyway, I just bind off and remove the other stitch, and you have to bind off one more. There you go. And knit around until no more stitch. There we go. And here comes. Now you have to add new cast. Same number as you bind off. I believe I bind off 12, so I'm adding 12. Okay? That's it. Easy. And when you connect with the other side, make sure which stitch you're going to start with. Okay? Don't ruin your ribbon. Okay? So I start with knit 2. All right? And after this, just keep ribbon and increasing the, dog's chest, as I just show you, until top of the front leg. Okay, and one thing I want to make sure about the leg opening. When you stop increasing, which is right after row number 8, okay? Otherwise, you're gonna ruin the ribbon. But, okay, enough increasing, but not enough the length. Forget about the increasing. All right, and just knit until top of the leg opening. Okay, and now I want to create the leg opening. I put the marker, and make sure you have to count from the mid chest evenly to the left and right. All right, and I took 10. Okay, and you must start with left leg. because the left leg located after the mid chest, which is the begin marker, right? So you must create the left leg opening and come around, and then you do the same thing for the right leg. And the method is same as leash opening. So you should know, right? So just knit until the left leg marker, and then bind off. Okay? If it's purl stitch, purl. If it's knit stitch, knit, and then bind off. Okay? And then after you bind off certain amount of the stitch, just move on to right leg. Okay? And I did both, bind off. Then now I have to add new cast. Same number as bind off. Okay? And again, when you connect, don't ruin the ribbon. So make sure, okay, which stitch you have to start with. Okay? And obviously, when you do the leg opening, no more increasing. So just knit until enough length for tummy. And for the tummy, I take, 20 stitches, something like that. And I will not knit tummy part anymore, just the back side. The tummy has to be shorter than back. That's because, they have to pee. So this is what I'm going to do. Knit until the tummy marker, which is up to you. If you want to take, the bigger tummy, that's fine. But I usually take only small part because, I'm going to decrease back piece a little bit. Anyway, so when you actually knit till the tummy marker, whole tummy stitch, you have to transfer onto the stitch holder like that. Okay? Then just leave it because I'm gonna use that stitch. Now you have to knit in flat because you're not going to knit tummy. So anyway, now you have to knit on wrong side, which is inside of the sweater, but in this case, it's same 2x2 ribbon. Super easy. So just knit over knit and purl over purl until your desired length. However, I am going to decrease some stitch later on. So make sure about that. So there we go. I need about 1.5 inches or 2. And now right and left, I am going to decrease. I just want to have a little curve. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to be just square sweater. So right side and left side. And I don't know how much you took for the, the tummy. So everybody different. Maybe some starts with purl, some start with knit. So just do what I say and remember decreasing on right side and no decreasing on wrong side. That's all you have to remember. Decreasing row number 1. If the first stitch is purl, purl 2 together. If the first stitch is knit, SSK. slip, slip, knit. And I just did the purl two together. Okay, if you don't know how, just watch. I'll show you every single decreasing method. Okay, that's all. And the other side, if the last stitch is purl, SSP, slip, slip, purl. And if the last stitch is knit, knit two together. That's it. And I'm just doing SSP, slip, slip, purl, and move on to left. Then from the back, it's hard underneath of the camera, but back, put the needle from the back, and come out front, and then purl. This is SSP. And turn around. This is wrong side. So just knit over knit and purl over purl. So which, stitch you know which stitch you made on right side. So obviously you know which stitch it will be, right? So again, decreasing row number 1. Make sure, okay, there's a purl and knit. However, you go with first stitch. But this is important, okay? I just did purl two together, okay? However, okay, it was mixed with the purl stitch and knit stitch, right? So what it's left is knit two. You know what I'm saying? So same thing here. Okay, last stitch is purl. So I am going to do SSP. However, I got rid of two purl, which means this stitch has to be knit. Okay, so this is the a little bit tricky part, but okay, don't worry, I'm gonna add rib. So here's the thing, okay? That's why I did purl on wrong side. Okay? So even if you make a mistake, don't worry about it because I'm gonna knit up and add in the rib anyway. Okay? So just try to, do the right thing. And here I just did the SSK, slip, slip, knit, and same thing, knit over knit, purl over purl. And the other side of the decreasing on right side with the knit stitch, knit two together. Okay? So, easy, but sometimes a little bit confusing. However, you don't really have to worry about too much. Okay? There you go. Done. And how many decreasing? It's up to you. Okay? But you have to stop right after the wrong side. Okay? Because the connecting, which is knitting up, you have to face on right side. So, okay? Now, you have to knit up, right? And knit up as many as you want. However, the total stitch count has to be multiple of 4. Also, you have to make sure, okay, which stitch you're starting on tummy side. And you kind of have to figure it out, knit, knit, purl, purl, knit, knit, purl, purl. Make sure do not ruin your ribbon. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's all. And then the other side, exactly same. Okay, so anyway, I up one side. Now I'm transferring the all the tummy stitch onto needle, and I have to knit right on the tummy. Okay, so I start with knit stitch. So my knit up should be, the end of the knit up stitch will be purl 2. Okay, and then you do exactly same thing for the other side. And now I connected. Should be multiple of 4 stitch, and start with knit 2 and end with purl 2. All right, that's about it. And you just knit around, adding the last part of the rib. Okay, and here it comes. It doesn't look much difference. Okay, and whenever you knit enough, long enough, I do stretchy bind off. I just did purl 2 together with tapestry needle, and do not drop the stitch off, and knit first one, and now I drop the stitch off. And don't pull too hard. Okay, let's do that together. Purl 2 together. Okay, and then knit 1, then drop the stitch off. And if you don't like this, you can use the one size bigger needle to bind off, and that gives you a little stretchy. There we go. This is quite stretchy, so easy for you to, put the sweater on your dog, and it's comfortable for your dog. There we go. Beautiful. All knit 2, purl 2 ribbon. Back, even on the side. Okay, there you go. And front, everywhere. Okay, the increasing is perfect. Right, there you go. From the main tree, little branches. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Enjoy knitting. Bye for now.